All right, I am going to try to get through a update on my ska vinyl collection. That's my goal. It's a little challenging. I got a dog that wants to talk a lot today, and I love her, but I want her to be quiet while I make this video. I do have a few albums on pre-order, so I want to mention those because they aren't here for me to visibly show you. Five Iron Frenzy's Between the Pavement and the Stars and Until This Shakes Apart were both part of their Kickstarter and are set to ship out in a few weeks. Super excited to get those. I know Unoriginal Vinyl did a great job on those. Jeff Rosenstock's Ska Dream. I love that album. I've been really enjoying listening to it, and it comes in December probably. Less Than Jake and Kill Lincoln split 7-inch Wavebreaker. I know that Bad Time Records has that in hand and is going to ship that out soon. Catbite's second album, Nice One. So excited for this album, and it's supposed to ship beginning of August. So I'm very excited about those that are on their way. COVID and quarantine was great for my collection and maybe not the best for my wallet, but I didn't order as many albums as I'd like to, and there are some albums that I don't have by some bands that you should definitely know about that are fantastic. One day I hope to have, sorry, my dog's like licking the power cord from my computer here. One day I hope to have Holophonics full length and to have a Stop the Presses album, which is so good. There's so many good albums I don't have, but there's so many good albums I do have, and I'm super blessed with that. So without further ado, let's jump in. I'm going to go alphabetical through the 12 inches, then I'm going to go through the 7 inches and the flexies. So yeah, let's go. Most of these were purchased in the last year, not all of them. So I have the Fury of the Aquabats. Not a bad way to start out, right? The Aquabats Kooky Spooky. Bite Me Bambi's Hurry Up and Wait limited edition. Super thankful to have a copy of this. I love Bite Me Bambi so much. The Bruce Lee Band's Division in the Heartland. Really excited about this album. It was really good, and I cannot wait for their full length that they're working on. That's supposed to be not too long from now. Catbite's Self-Titled, which is so good. Five Iron Frenzy Upbeat and Beatdowns. Five Iron Frenzy Quantity is Job 1. Five Iron Frenzy All the Hype That Money Can Buy. Five Iron Frenzy 2 Electric Boogaloo. Five Iron Frenzy Engine of a Million Plots. Now, I already mentioned I've got a couple more Five Iron Frenzy ones coming, and I think the only Five Iron Frenzy full-length I'm missing is our newest album ever, which I hate that I'm missing because I love it so much, so hopefully I can get it one day. Flying Raccoon Suit Afterglow, such a good album. The Free Coasters, A Different Kind of Heat. This is so good. If you've not heard this album, so good. Goldfinger, The Knife. This was probably one of the first ones that I bought. Goldfinger, Never Look Back. One of my favorite albums of last year. I think it came out the end of last year, right? One of my favorite albums of last year. It was kind of a surprise, drop. Another one I'm super happy to have is Half Past 2. This is actually 2 of their EPs on one album. It's got Camp Slush Tone and Mastering Karate, and I love Half Past 2. I'm so excited about the new album they're working on. Hey Smith, Life in the Sun, another great one. The Inevitables, definitely one of the best bands to come out in the last year, new bands, so good. Now, most of the members of this band are from previous bands that are also huge, well-respected, well-loved. The Interrupters, they're self-titled. Now, I have tickets to see them later this month, and I'm just praying that concert doesn't end up getting canceled. The Interrupters, Say It Out Loud. And the Interrupters, Fight the Good Fight. I was trying to make sure I remember the name of the album. Fight the Good Fight, which is so good. Don't have their Live in Tokyo album. Not 100% sure if I'm going to get it. I want it, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to get it. My newest album that just came in the mail, Joystick, Can't Take It Anymore. if you guys have been sleeping on this album, you got to pick it up. You got to check out this album. So good. The song "Rinse and Repeat" and the video for that song, man, killer. Absolutely killer. Speaking of killer, Kill Lincoln, Can't Complain. I wish I had more of Kill Lincoln's albums. I came on after this one's come out, but maybe one day I'll get some of those older ones. And Less Than Jake, Silver Linings. Great album. I think this may have been the actual first album I bought that's sort of ska-adjacent, which is Long Beach Dub All-Stars. This album is so good and so vibey, and man, Tell Me and Easy and Youth, really good. All right, let me do a little switch out here. Whoop, sorry about that. Trying to find a way to make this all manageable. All right, so we've got Millie Manders and the Shut Up, and this is a self-titled album. No, it's called Telling Truths. That's right, Telling Truths and Breaking Ties. That's the name of the album. Lucky to have this one's autographed by everyone. This is a band that I really love. I found them as I was first getting back in to ska, and they have great videos. She's got a killer voice, and when they sent the album, because it's from the UK, they sent it with everyone's autograph, which is crazy cool. Really nice touch. The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, When God Was Great, really good album. I do love the Boss Tones. All right, Millington, kind of like Half Past Two. This is their 2 EPs. So there's Beat Down Generation and that one. These two are so good, guys. Both of these are absolutely killer. If you've not heard Millington, you really need to pick them up. They kind of bill themselves as brass emo, but it's great ska music. This was a birthday present I got, MU330's Crab Rangoon. Great album. Ordered that off of Bad Time Records. No Doubt's self-titled. The classic No Doubt Tragic Kingdom. And I know that some people will be like, this isn't ska, but it's at least ska-adjacent. And No Doubt Return of Saturn. The Orange County Supertones Strike Back. The Planet Smashers, Too Much Information. Real Big Fish, Life Sucks, Let's Dance. The Skints, Swimming Lessons, which is actually where my kids are right now. They're getting swimming lessons. The Slackers, Live at Ernesto's. The Toasters, Two-Tone Army. We Are the Union, Ordinary Life. The Ska Against Racism album, which was a compilation kind of compiled by Bad Time Records, Mike Park from Asian Man Records and Bruce Lee Band, and Phil over at Ska Punk Daily. Killer compilation and very sought after. I was very, very lucky and blessed to get a copy of that. The soundtrack for Pick It Up, Ska in the 90s. Really great album, also done by Unoriginal Vinyl. And the Drink the Ska compilation, which has really some fantastic bands on here, man. The Toasters, Boss Riot, the Dendrites, the Prize Fighters, Bandulus, and so much more. But that's just a few really, really, really good Drink the Ska compilation. Got a lot of those albums from a Jump Up Records deal they had. So that's all my 12 inches. That's all my full length albums. So let's go to 45s. And some of these I'm going to have to actually look at to see because some of them kind of look alike. So we've got Dissidente, Frontline EP. A lot of these 45s came from the Ska Box subscription. So if you like Ska Box, or if you like good 45s, good 7 inches, they're not all 45s, but good 7 inches, Ska Box is a great place to grab that. This one is the Georgetown Orbits, and on the other side, also the Georgetown Orbits on both sides. So there's a lot that look like this because they come from Grandpa's Casino recordings, and they're 7 inches, so those are the ones I really have to look and see what they are. This one is called Girth Control is the name of the band. This one I've actually got 2 copies of, but I love this album so much. It's the Holophonics and Younger Than Neil, and so great stuff there. And Younger Than Neil has such good song titles. Rock and Roll May Not Pay the Bills, but Ska Will Put Your Butt in Debt. And I Choo Choo Choose You. The Jive Step Bunch. And on the other side, King 7 inch. Or King 7, sorry. On this one, we've got Sammy K and the East Los 3. And on the other side of this, we've got George and the Landladies. This one's Liar Unsteady. And Mr. Who Manganista. And I'll be honest, I haven't listened to my 7 inches as much as my full lengths for a number of reasons, but I do enjoy them. The Pocket Protectors, which this has the drummer from We Are the Union. The Scotch Bonnets. And Stop the Presses. So I do have a little Stop the Presses, but not as much as I'd like, that's for sure. And that brings me to the Flexies. So, and the Flexies I really haven't listened to very much, but Big D and the Kids Table with the Doped Up Dollies, which is great. Love both of those bands. Come Closer. Country of Origin. Free Kick. Lenny Lashley's Gang of One. Pliskin. All right, so that does it, man. Oh, there's a 7 inch that slipped away, and this one must be talked about. Catbite and Omnigone. What a great album. What a great 7 inch there. I have definitely listened to that one a number of times. Man, that's it. So that is my current ska collection. As I said, I've got about 4 or 5 more on the way. Every single one of these is so great. What do you think I most need to add to my collection? Bonus points if it's something I actually can add without having to track it down on like Discogs or in used stores. What do I need? But I hope that you liked it, and I hope that if there's a band here you haven't heard of, that you'll go check out, because I literally love every single one of these albums. There's not one that I wouldn't put back on the record player and spin right now. So, yeah, let me know what you got. Have a good one.